modern world of water technology allows us to read meters by merely passing by a house and to pinpoint and respond to problems throughout the water supply system right here from this small room. But there was a time when water was delivered through wooden water mains. Pipe trenches were dug by hand, and incredibly, some homes were served by a second-hand bicycle.
This is an actual 1935 document from the South Bay Consolidated Water Company, an early ancestor of the Suffolk County Water Authority. This document should give you a pretty good idea of how far we've come. Can you imagine being a meter reader and having to bike from house to house? But the modern world was right around the corner. In the late 1930s, the Suffolk County Water Authority became the state's first public benefit corporation for water service. And in 1951, the new authority purchased South Bay. The new not-for-profit became the model for many other water authorities that would begin operations in the following years. Starting with a little over 21,000 customers, the new corporation bought new utility trucks, electrical control equipment and central control panels at pump stations, a 1,400 gallon per minute electric pump, and modern billing machines to prepare customer bills. All of this equipment and other new infrastructure would be put to the test over the course of the next 10 years, when business boomed at SCWA.
Shortly after acquiring the South Bay Consolidated Water Company, the authority acquired the Babylon, Huntington, and Sag Harbor components of New York Water. SCWA then acquired 4 smaller water companies, enabling those who wanted to convert from private wells to do so. By the end of its first 10 years, the authority had assets of over $47 million, more than 83,000 customers, and a rapidly expanding water distribution system.
10 years later, business at SCWA was still groovy. A tremendous building boom in Suffolk saw the county's population increase from about 276,000 in 1950 to well over 1 million in 1970, and most were new SCWA customers. By 1971, SCWA was pumping more than 24 billion gallons of water to its quickly expanding customer base. The 1980s brought a different kind of challenge to SCWA. Meeting stringent new water quality standards brought about by improvements in technology that made it possible to detect contaminants at lower levels than ever before. SCWA met the challenge head-on. The authority began to use new technologies to remove organic compounds and installed water filters where needed to meet the new regulations. The authority's proud history of providing pure water and environmental stewardship continued into the 1990s, when the authority took an active leadership role in developing the landmark Pine Barrens Preservation Act, which created the largest groundwater protection program in the country. SCWA sued polluters, advocated for measures to protect drinking water, and increased our education outreach efforts, teaching thousands of kids every year about how our water cycle works and about the importance of keeping contaminants out of our aquifer system. By the turn of the 21st century, SCWA was utilizing a fully automated computer system that allowed the authority to track the flow of water through its pipes and detect any problems from a central control room in Bayshore, an enormous step forward from the early days of water distribution.
The implementation of the fully automated SCADA system provided us with a window into each of our remote pump stations, allowing us to operate our system efficiently and effectively. That was a giant leap forward from the 30s and 40s, when pumps were turned on and off manually. After SCWA began pumping water in 1951, we realized we needed a central control center in one location. By 1962, we had built one in Bayshore. We entered the computer age in 1975. However, it was still a semi-automatic operation. We often still needed to send personnel to the pump stations to verify that they were operating correctly.
In the first decade of the new century, SCWA approved a series of measures ensuring greater accountability, thrift, and openness in authority operations. By 2010, the authority was serving approximately 1.2 million Suffolk residents and pumping more than 60 billion gallons of water per year.
Well, that's a quick look at where we've been. At SCWA, though, we're constantly planning where we're going.
About 4 or 5 places.
Hey Jeff, we're shooting a video. Would you mind telling us what's in store for SCWA for the next decade?
Well, let's see. We're fully committed to making this a model company, one that welcomes cutting-edge technology, embraces diversity, protects our environment, never wastes a cent, and uses our resources as efficiently as possible. How's that?
I think that's a wrap.